there's a new option that's come out and it's all over social media, and they've done a great job of marketing all the benefits. No payment, flexible financing, there's no interest, and those are all true. No interest because you don't make a payment, lower credit required because you're paying them from your own equity. They're not loaning you money. Yeah, you definitely have to pay them back at either the time you sell, refinance, or the term of their program comes to an end. If you needed 100 grand, why not get 100 grand and have no monthly payments versus get a HELOC, get your same 100 grand, but start making monthly payments in the next 30 days. HELOC adds debt, but an HEI doesn't. That is a 100% lie. You owe them the same amount of debt. If you get 100 grand from a HELOC, you owe the lender 100 grand. If you get an HEI and get 100 grand, you owe that lender that 100 grand. Debt is debt, however they want to go about explaining it to you. You don't pay interest, but you have now partnered with this company and they own a small percent of your property. And how they're going to get paid back is when you refinance or sell, they're going to get their portion of their owned equity based on the amount of money they gave you. They don't care about your credit score nearly as much because their main goal is to get repaid by the amount of equity that you earn. If you had a property that had, let's say it was worth 500 grand. You got a HELOC for 100 grand or you got an HEI for 100 grand. You would pay back the 100 grand and interest on that 100 grand over a 10-year period. With the HEI, let's say you get the 100 grand up front, you make no payments, but in 10 years, your property has gone up in value. Here in California, let's use 5%. In 10 years, your property is probably worth close to 750, 800 grand. Well, 20% of 800 grand is 160 grand. In 10 years, you're paying 160 grand to them because they own part of your equity, and you're still paying the 100 grand back. So essentially, you're paying 260 grand back for the ability to borrow 100 grand, with the only benefit being that you didn't have to make a payment during the term. It's a lot of money to give up to not have a payment each month.